Hey guys, it's Ani. In today's video, I'm going to address a lot of questions I see in the comments, like a lot of other topics, right? Because I know we're all, the majority of this audience is manifesting, specific person and relationships and stuff like that. But um, I like to think that, like, when you're working on different areas in your life, you will see more and more evidence going forward than just focusing on one specific area, right? Like you'll start seeing changes and your new story pushing out, whether it's in money, whether it's in self concept, whether it's in your specific person. They feel the work you're doing internally, they feel that you're working on all areas of your life, and that really, really makes you like highly magnetic. And I'm sure you've experienced this when you did this maybe unconsciously, like when you're working on work or when you're working on a project, that you always wanted to finish. And you start seeing like your shift in focus starts bringing all the other parts of your life in and magnetized towards you, right? So what we're going to talk about today is we obviously will talk about specific person, self concept, money, and how to be highly, highly, highly magnetic and get everything, just draw in everything towards you. Okay. And you guys, I know, like, if you're anything like me, when I used to watch videos or when I used to read success stories or anything, when I was manifesting everything I have now, when I was manifesting that back then, I would always be like, ugh, why do I have to work on other areas of my life? Like, I get it. Yeah, I get it. But I'm fine. Money's fine. This is fine. Like, I just want my SP, or I just want money. I don't really care about the other stuff. It's really important to, I don't want to say let go. You're not letting go of your desires, but like you need to have like some type of trust that certain areas of your life will flow out in your favor. And the only way to have that trust is switch to something else for a while. Because if you're constantly, you guys, if I ever do this, it's because I want you guys to have the best quality. Okay. So when you are focused on one area of your life, you guys, what happens is it's like you're putting out this energy of, I don't trust that this will flow in, so I need to control it. I must be on top of this one area, whether it's specific person or money or whatever it is. I need to like affirm the crap out of it, or else it won't work, right? If you guys have experienced that, if you've ever felt like that, raise your hand or comment down below. I know I have. Um, and that's the wrong way to go about it, okay? So let's talk about, where should we start off with? Self-concept, money, or how to be highly magnetic? Um, let's talk about self-concept first. I think, like, I don't talk about self-concept as much as I should, but I will in this video. So self-concept, you guys, it's important. It's what you feel about yourself and how you think others view you and feel about you. Okay. And you might notice, like, in your reality, you might view people and say, like, oh my God, like, they're, I don't know how to say it, not to put anyone down, but I'm sure, like, I see this a lot in my clients. Like, a lot of clients come and tell me this. And they say, like, honey, I see other people in my reality, like, they're less qualified. Um, they're less knowledgeable about the like information, knowledge, whatever, but they're getting stuff faster, or they're getting what they want faster, or they're more confident, or this or that, right? If you've experienced this, you've probably noticed that those people are very like confident in themselves, and they believe that what they put their mind to, or what they put their time into or focus into, will bring them a good outcome, right? If you notice, if you've watched interviews of very successful people or just maybe celebrities or anything like that, you notice that their mindset, their mind state is like, I just know that like if I put my time and effort into this, I will be successful or it will be successful, right? And they probably thought that once, twice, three times, and then they keep getting evidence of that. And now it becomes a belief, right? So I remember growing up, like my parents are very old school, right? And you guys, if you've experienced this, comment down below as well. Like I remember my mom saying, like, okay, no, you need to know certain things. Like you need to know how to cook, you need to know how to clean, you need to know like extracurricular activities, maybe more than, one language, learn a few languages, like invest in yourself, like perfect things. And um like I would go to piano, I would go to art, I would go to swimming, I took guitar lessons. um I'm trilingual, like all of these things. I grew up and I know, like obviously our parents want the best for us, so they old school is like that, right? Like you got to know everything, you got to be prepared for everything, right? And growing up, I used to think like if I'm not like perfect, if I don't have like 1,000 things to offer, like maybe I'm not good enough, right? Like I need to be perfect. Like, oh, someone is like they know like three languages, four languages, five languages. I should at least know three of them, right? Like it's so weird how we think when we see, like we're conditioned to think that way, right? And you got to be perfect or else you're not like worthy or you don't have a lot to offer. So which brings you like low self-esteem, like not knowing law of assumption. You guys have probably thought this way. If you have, comment down below. I'm very interested to know if like anyone felt that way growing up. But the reason I bring this up is your self-concept, like through the years, you like accumulate certain thought patterns, you accumulate certain beliefs that may not be true. Like obviously now I know, like me knowing everything I know now, like, all the languages or all the like cooking, cleaning, recipes, piano, whatever, guitar, right? Obviously those aren't necessary to be like feeling your worth, feeling good enough, right? You are born good enough. Like everyone is born equally having the same creative power. We all have the same creative power. Our thoughts create our reality. Our perception creates our reality. Okay. So, you knowing this, I want you to know like you do not have to go outside of your way to like prove a point to yourself. So your self-concept throughout the years may have been you thinking you have to prove your self-worth to people around you, or you have to prove your self-worth to yourself. Like if I don't check off A, B, C, D off the list, like maybe I'm not qualified or I'm not good enough, right? And if you watch like certain people's like interviews or success stories, like if you watch like like documentaries or whatever biographies of highly successful people, you will see that they all have one thing in common. It's their self-concept of them thinking that, okay, I can do this. Like I'm confident in my abilities, even when they weren't. Like even when they didn't have all the qualities necessary or all the requirements necessary to finish a job successfully or to experience success, right? They all they all did at the end of the day, right? So I just want you guys to know your self-concept about you yourself and how you think people view you is a very important basic foundation in manifestation. Like you may say, I can hear you guys already saying like, well, I think certain things because I've seen people do certain things or act a certain way with me. That's why I have my self-concept. That's why I'm this way, or that's why I'm not as confident, or that's why I don't feel chosen, right? Okay, true. You probably didn't know, or you were you were consciously like manifesting people to behave in certain ways, or you probably didn't know that your thoughts of not being chosen will create people to not choose you or not prioritize you in your 3D reality. And the more it happened, the more you felt like, okay, my belief is valid, like it's true, like I'm not chosen, I'm not wanted, right? But those are just thoughts persisted in, and they become beliefs. So any thought you persist in will eventually become a belief. Your subconscious mind will be like, okay, you keep thinking this, you keep replaying this over and over again in your head, it must be true, and I will provide the evidence for you. Your subconscious mind is always listening to you, and everything you persist in, whether it's about thoughts about yourself, you being chosen not worthy, whether it's you thinking, oh, maybe my specific person or my boss doesn't want to pay me, or doesn't want to give me a promotion, or my specific person doesn't want to commit to me because they don't see their future with me. Whatever it is that you're thinking they view of you, you're now replaying that in your head over and over again until you change that story. Your evidence will continue to project the same thing over and over again. So remember this, you guys, about self-concept, and you guys probably read and hear a lot of self-concept videos, but I want you to know, self-concept is not you like saying 10,000 affirmations a day of I am chosen, I am loved, I am wanted. Self-concept is you realizing how powerful you truly are. Like, you were born to use your creative power, just like every other person in this physical realm has the opportunity to perceive things in their desired way, to push that out into their reality. Whatever you perceive or think of, your subconscious mind says, you got it, boss. I will push that out for you. Think of it long enough, think of it repetitively, and I will push it out to you. So it's not about saying one thing 10,000 times a day in hopes of it pushing out. It's about really understanding what you're feeding your subconscious mind. What are you feeding your mind? Are you feeding your mind that you're not worthy of the promotion at work? Are you feeding your mind that you are not worthy of being this person's priority? Because guess what? Your subconscious mind hears it and whispers it in that other person's ear, whispers it in your boss's ear. They're not worthy. Don't give them the promotion. She doesn't feel worthy. He doesn't feel worthy. They don't feel worthy of it. Don't give them the promotion just yet. Okay? Or a specific person. They don't feel worthy of being with you. They have you on a pedestal. Don't choose them just yet. Okay? Thoughts transmitted into other people's minds. Subconscious and the universe, this force, this power, is always whispering in everyone's ear on how they need to act and behave towards you per your rules and assumptions, you guys. It's what I see a lot in people regarding self-concept is they don't even realize what they're doing. They don't even realize, like, they're not even checking in on how they feel about themselves or their thoughts throughout the day, right? Let's say you dealt with your boss or SP, right? And they said some type of feedback to you, like, oh, it's just not the time yet, or I just don't want to commit to you right now, like I'm not ready for you, like you're not one of my priorities, right? Let's say you get feedback like that. What most people do, you'll be surprised, even when they know law of assumption, even when they should take that as feedback, because that is just your projection. Your 3D is just your projection. They don't take that into consideration. They go home and they cry, or they go, which is okay, you guys. Like, I'm a crier too. Like, don't think I'm trying to like put anyone down, but they take that info and they use it as confirmation of I'm not chosen. See, 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 they didn't choose me. They didn't give me that promotion. They didn't give me that raise. They didn't marry me. They didn't get a ring for me. Instead of using your power, I got feedback. This person said it's not the time. They don't feel like I'm a priority. Or my boss said it's not time for promotion yet, right? So what do I feel about that? Because they're projecting out what I felt in the past and like recently too. So do I feel worthy of it? Do I truly feel worthy of it, or am I making excuses? Do I feel like, what is their thought process? A lot of people do say they feel worthy. They say that they know what they deserve, but there's a difference between you knowing what you deserve and what you think that other person thinks of you. I'm going to say it again. That's important. There is a difference with you understanding and knowing what you deserve and what you think others think of you. You can know all day what you're worth and what you deserve, but if you view, like, let's say society, or there's a few people that you're manifesting, right? Let's say, or you're manifesting something with them. If you don't change the way you think they view you, you just knowing like you're worthy sometimes won't cut it, because we have stories. We have stories with people that keep playing out. So like, let's say, and this, a lot of my clients have this issue too. Let's say you know you're worthy for money and at work, and your coworkers and your boss and everyone is like so good with you. You're getting all the money in. You're just a magnet for money, right? And you know your worth, and everyone in your reality shows you your worth except your specific person. Why do you think that is? Like, because your brain, your subconscious knows that, wait a second, this person, no blocks, no limiting beliefs with money. But with this specific person, yes, they have limiting beliefs. With this specific person, they have a story. They have a story that, they're in the past, they haven't chosen me, so they won't choose me going forward because history may repeat itself. Or there's circumstances. Maybe there's a third party. Maybe there's that person has expressed to you some type of circumstance that they can't choose you right now, or they'll never choose you. So you're using that as a basis of foundation of, okay, can't work out between us. That's my story, right? So self-concept is very important, like generally, but and specifically too. If this makes sense, comment down below, you guys. Comment down below. If I am all over the place, sorry, you guys. I don't script anything, and I don't plan like what I'm gonna like get into or talk about. Like, I'm just really passionate about the topic in the moment, and I push out all these examples, and I just feel like you may be feeling this, which is weird because in all of my videos, like everyone in the comments is like, how are you in my mind, Ani? Like, how do you know that I was feeling this and we needed to hear information about this, which is crazy. But everyone's you pushed out, right? So that's why, you guys, that's why you're manifesting these topics for me to talk about, and maybe to help, you feel better and feel calm about the situation. That was a little bit of self-concept, you guys. Let's talk about money. So you guys have probably recently seen my, we posted it everywhere on TikTok, on our Create Your Future. I believe it's Create Your Future with Amanda is our TikTok name. My jackpot is posted there, on our shorts, in our YouTube, on our Instagram page. So if you guys recently saw, I hit $17,000 jackpot. And it's so funny, you guys, because a few days before I went to play there, I was affirming I was affirming that morning as well, the morning before, the morning before. So I was affirming that I need to hit like I want to hit a bigger jackpot than my $12,000 jackpot so I can share like some recent, money wins with all of you. Like I want to do that. I want to show you guys like bigger number than 12,000 because the first big one was 12,000. If you guys have followed me, you know. And I just kept saying, yeah, I'm going to hit a bigger one to share with you guys to show you that you can do it too. Right. And then I just kept saying, like, I'm so happy and grateful for the large amounts of money, like flowing into my bank account. That is an affirmation you guys can use. I am so happy and grateful for the large sums of money flowing into my bank account. Now, remember, do you have to feel or believe this as true? No, you don't. But you do have to understand that what you're feeding your subconscious, it takes it as a fact and it will project out more evidence to prove to you that you are God of your reality, that thoughts create reality. That is your power. That is your birthright. Okay. So let's talk about money. You guys probably see like a lot of jackpot wins, right? And I know a lot of people are like, oh, but I don't want to gamble, or I don't want to, maybe gamble my money away or play out it, because you don't have to. Like my abundance doesn't just come from putting money in a slot machine, right? My abundance comes from everywhere. Like I literally can find money on the floor. I get like random settlement checks in the mail of like some lawsuit that was settled like 10 years ago, and I was a part of some gym and I got like a few $1,000s back recently. And was I specifically thinking, oh, I went to this gym, this lawsuit would happen and I'll get a settlement check? No. No. But you are affirming that you are abundant. You are affirming for large sums of money coming in, right? So you don't have to worry about the how. Like I gave these affirmations to my mom as well, you guys, a while back, and I told her, like I literally bought her like a little notebook for her to script in, and she started like saying like, thank you, I'm so happy and grateful. Like she says, thank you God. She says, thank you God, I'm so happy for all the blessings, all the money, all the abundance coming my way, all the big checks. She literally got a settlement check too. Like, and it was a 3-part settlement check for a couple thousand each time. And I was like, damn, like I didn't even do that, like with the settlement checks. Like that's crazy. But I'm sharing this stuff with you guys because please don't limit yourself and thinking, oh, Ani just posted a jackpot one, so maybe we got to go to the casino to win. No, you don't. Like you could get promotions at work. All my clients that I work with or that watch these videos, you don't even have to buy anything. Like, or the people buying the courses, right? Like the success stories coming in from all of you, like people are telling me that they're getting promotions at work. One of my clients got 3 promotions in a month, like, and a bonus. I've never even experienced that when I was working, like back in an office job. So you are limitless. You are limitless. Money is energy, you guys. Money and everything else in your life is energy, and it hears you. Just like the cells in your body hear you, money hears you too. And you've probably noticed like people that have a lot of money, they keep getting more and more money. Why is that? Because they don't see themselves in a lack state. But you may be thinking, oh, well, yeah, they don't see themselves in a lack state because they have the money. But you don't need the evidence to think of something. Like you don't need the evidence of being abundant in order to receive abundance. All these jackpots I won, there was literally a time recently that I didn't feel abundant. I didn't feel like a winner. I didn't feel like, oh, I'm a jackpot queen or anything like that. But I did the work once, twice, 3 times repetitively, and then it started coming in. And then once it comes in, you're like, okay, this stuff works. Like, I'm going to continue. And then it comes in more and more and more. And then it just becomes a belief. That is how you create beliefs, you guys. So at first, you may not have it. You may not have the specific person. You may not have the money. You may not have the health. But then you focus on it. You use your imagination. You put in the work. You feed your subconscious mind. And it starts coming in little by little by little by little, and then now it becomes a belief. You see the cycle? You see the cycle? So money is energy. Money is not just a material, even though it looks like it, even though it looks so solid. It is a energy that you can feel at any time. You can feel rich at any time. You can, even if you feel rich, that you have your family with you, even if you feel rich that you have a roof over your head, even if you feel rich that you have a job or children or anything, that is abundance, and that will maximize in your reality. Okay, so even if you just go general and say these things that you're happy and grateful for, those things will push out too. Okay. All right, guys. For being magnetic, I'm getting a lot of info in this video with different topics, but I know, like, if I was viewing a video, I would want that. Like, I would want a lot of info, a lot of, tips and tricks in a video, right? So I'm going to provide that for you, you guys. So about being magnetic, this goes for everything. This applies to everything in your reality, not just specific person, not just money, but everything. Health, wealth, abundance, friends, social life, everything. Okay, experiences. So I want you guys to understand one thing. Everyone is you pushed out. They feel what you feel about yourself. So if you are feeling desperate for money or for a specific person or for anything, if you have this like desperate feeling inside, like, I need to get this now. If I don't get this now, I'm a failure. I'm not a master manifester. If you feel that way, we really want to bring yourself back to a neutral, natural state. What is a neutral, natural state? A neutral, natural state is you understanding the basics of law of assumption, and you really understanding why you need to watch your thoughts and why you need to put in some work to change your thoughts in order to receive what you want. Let me just fix this, you guys. Sorry. So neutral, natural state is you coming back to the ABCs and understanding that, okay, wait a second, my thoughts create. I don't have to be desperate about anything. You really don't have to lift a finger to receive anything. You guys, you don't have to take crazy action. You don't have to call your SP 15,000 times, message them, post Facebook videos and post so they can see you and remember you. Or you don't have to have meetings with your boss 10,000 times a month so they give you a raise or anything like that. Like, you do not have to lift a finger to live an experience. But what you do have to do is you need to remember your power. Remember that desperate feelings, desperate energy is felt by everyone around you. So how do you get out of a desperation mode? How do you get out of wanting this and wanting it right now? And if you don't have it, you're going to have a mental breakdown. How do you get out of that? The best way, you guys, is honestly, you need to do things that feel good to you in that moment. What feels good to you? Is it certain music? Is it certain movies? Is it getting dolled up? Is it wearing your nice clothes? Is it doing your hair? Is it going out to dinner with a friend? What makes you feel good in those moments? Stop yourself from feeling that desperation, because that is the worst thing you can put out, is a desperate feeling. And I'm sure you've felt that before, and or if you're feeling like that right now, it's okay. We all go through it. We all have that, but like, let's say you're manifesting your SP, right? when you feel that desperate energy within, what's happening within is, number one, you forgot that you're God of your reality. You don't feel good, you don't feel powerful enough. Number two, you don't have faith in your thoughts creating. You do not have faith in the work you're putting in. You do not have faith that that person is you pushed out, and you think they are separate than you. Number three, if you think someone is separate than you start thinking things that oppose you. You start thinking things like, oh, they're separate than me, they're not going to choose me. They're separate than me, they haven't chosen me in the past, so they're not going to choose me now. They probably are with someone else, right? So all these things are not working in your favor, because your thoughts create, and if you're having these thoughts, you're not creating anything desirable going forward, right? So what you need to do is you need to remind yourself of who's in charge. You need to remind yourself of your faith, and your work that you've been putting in has been building up to what you desire and what will push out going forward. And you need to remember that no one is separate than you. The best things to do is to be aware of those three things. Check in with yourself, ask yourself those questions. Also, write down everything you've manifested so far, even the small stuff. Write it down, because the more you see everything, like, look, what I like to do is say, oh, I was affirming for this, and I manifested this. I was affirming for this, and I got it. I wanted to have pizza today, and my friend brought over pizza for us to eat. I wanted to watch the, I don't know, Harry Potter marathon on AMC, and they had a Harry Potter marathon today on AMC. Like, write down everything that you've been noticing, that you've been manifesting, so you can at least remember how powerful you are. You get me? Like, and I know it's easier said than done, but you really need to bring yourself back into that mind frame when you're feeling desperate. Now, do you need to let go or detach? I highly suggest like detaching in the moment, but you're not detaching from what you want. You're detaching from wanting it and needing it in this very moment. Wanting and needing something in this very moment, again, implies you are not powerful. Again, it's coming from lack energy. And everyone feels that, and no one wants to be around you when you're in lack energy. Like, quick story. So when I was hitting my jackpots, right? There was like people around me that were complaining. They were like, "Oh, I just sat on that machine and it didn't give me 1 cent back. Like I put so much money in that machine and it didn't give me 1 cent back. Screw this. I never win." And I'm thinking like, "Oh my God, like no wonder, that person isn't receiving anything, because their mind frame is coming from losing, loser, lack, like, and they're talking about it. They're literally pushing it out constantly. I literally tell those people, like, you got to change the story, change the story. Like, you are a winner. You're going to win soon. You're going to see evidence of it, because you'll probably notice that in your life too, you guys. Like, people in your life that are always complaining that nothing's working out for them, most of the time nothing ever like it doesn't continue to work out for them. Like, it continues to not work out for them, because what you're thinking and what you're thinking about, what you're focusing on, is maximizing and maximizing and maximizing, and lack is going to maximize if you're feeling that way. Okay, so remember, nothing is separate than you. Everything is listening to you. The specific people are listening to you. The forces in the universe are listening to you. Your subconscious mind is listening to you all the time to project your desires out for you. So when we are feeling desperate, lonely, anxious, lack, worry, best thing to do is just do your favorite stuff in that moment, favorite activities, bring yourself back to neutral. Um, Remember that nothing is against you. Nothing is against you, you guys. Your thoughts are just like, okay, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want to think about? You want to think about, oh, your SP is not choosing you? Okay, cool. We'll show you that they're not choosing you. Are you thinking about lack? Lack? You don't have money? Okay, cool. We're going to show you that, hey, you have more lack. There's no money. It's literally like a few videos ago, I showed you guys like this little analogy, this little example of like, it's like your subconscious mind is taking like an order from you. The universe is taking an order from you. And it's like, okay, what can I get for you? All right. You're not being chosen. You're not being a priority. You don't see evidence. You've been doing this for the last 5 months and you don't see evidence. Okay, cool. Order taken. Wait a second. They go back into, the kitchen, they stir stuff up, and then boom, you're going to get that back. That is your order. Would you like fries with that? Right? But if you give the order in a different way, in your desired way, I am so happy and grateful for all the abundance in my life. I love how everyone chooses me. I love how I'm everyone's priority. I love how I'm my specific person's priority. I love how I'm my boss's priority. I love how much money's flowing in. I love how I feel good all the time. I love how I'm so magnetic to people all the time. And then they're like, okay, cool. Big order. No problem. You're going to get it. Wait a second. We'll come back with your order. You can't go, you're not wrong ever. If you're coming from lack, you're not wrong. You'll get more of lack. Your life has to project that out back to you. If you're coming from abundant mindset, you're not wrong. You're going to get more abundance in your life. Okay? If you're coming from a self-concept of, I'm not worthy or good enough, you're so powerful that if you say I'm not worthy or good enough, or if you feel I'm not worthy or good enough, you're going to get more of that. That's literally how powerful you are. Everything is so neutral that there's no wrong or right. It's what you say is what is correct, right? So what happened, like, think of it this way. So remember how I told you, like, there were so many people around me, like I was hitting jackpots, but there were so many people around me complaining. Guess what? In their reality, they're going to get more of a projection where they're going to lose and they're going to complain more going forward because that focus has to maximize. In my reality, because I'm so happy and grateful, even though, like, even if you don't see anything, you guys, even if you don't have evidence, feed your mind what you want. Like, where do you want to go? This is your navigation. Put in the address. Where do you want to go? You want to go to an experience of happiness, blissful experiences, being chosen, being priority, making a lot of money. Put in that address here. Feed your brain that. That's what you want to see, okay? So that's what I was saying. That's what I'm experiencing. The person next to me probably wouldn't have won the next few hours even. Until they changed their mindset, they wouldn't win. Because you can't get a positive outcome. You can't get a beautiful experience, a positive experience when your focus is on lack, 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 lack. Okay? You guys get it? I love each and every one of you. I hope this video was very, very helpful. I hope whatever we covered was what you guys were resonating with and what you wanted to hear. If you guys are interested in any of my courses, links are going to be in the description boxes down below. It's going to be on our website, createyourfuture.co. To purchase any course, you guys have full access of it right away. So even if there's a date and time there, don't worry. You have access to the courses right away when you purchase it. Also, one-on-one coaching, you guys, there is a wait list. I am very, very booked, helping all of you get your success stories. But if you do want one-on-one coaching, you can email us at sessions@createyourfuture.co and ask Brandy to put you on the wait list. And a lot of people like manifest getting a position time faster than normal. They're just like intending for it. Also, you guys, you do not need, I'm going to say this, you do not need to purchase anything. You don't have to be a one-on-one coach client or buy courses to be a success story. Just these videos can help you. I have a lot of success stories that come from people that just watch our stories and nothing else. They just watch our YouTube videos and they apply the work, they apply the knowledge that we're talking about, and they see results. Okay, so this is not like, you know, a requirement, right? But I intend each and every one of you win big jackpots. I intend each and every one of you get checks in the mail. I intend each and every one of you get movement with your specific person. Health is the most important. I intend all of you are healthy, safe, at peace. You guys got this. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.